Either way you choose, it's a suicide mission. Either way you choose, it's a suicide mission. Either way you choose, it's a suicide mission. Either way you choose, either way you choose.
Suicide mission comes from this idea. I was watching TV and a commercial for the very last Harry Potter movie came out, and I was just listening to it in the background. And I guess the Lord Voldemort guy or whatever his name is, he was talking about Harry. He's like, Harry, you're gonna try to come at me, and this is a suicide mission. And when he said it, it like rang in my head. And I guess that Harry Potter movie was like the last one. And the way they made that Harry Potter movie look, it looked like he was gonna die. Like he was gonna face Voldemort, and they were both gonna go at it and die because they both go over the cliff. And so all that kind of just like spun around in my mind and just kind of, just spun around up there. And then I got to thinking more about that concept, like suicide mission. Like, you know that you're not coming back from this mission, like it's the end. And then I started to think about, where that term came from, or when I first picked up that term, and it was about the World War II pilots. That's kind of where I first picked up that idea in my mind growing up, was the World War II kamikaze fighters, for Japan, that would take their planes and fly them into the ships and things like that at Pearl Harbor, and like what they were thinking about when they were getting in the cockpit, and putting their stuff on and getting ready and even flying over the ocean. What were they thinking? Realizing that there was no coming back from this mission. They weren't going to come back. They had one shot and they had to make it count, and I just got to thinking about that concept, and I realized that, that's our life. Like we get one shot at this life. Like every day you live can't be repeated. And so our life is going forward in this forward direction. It's not going backwards. And so either way you decide to live your life, because there's only two ways, there's only two ways you can live your life. You can live your life for yourself, or you can live your life for something greater. But either way you choose, I hate saying lyrics from the song, but it happens, so bear with me. But either way you decide to live your life, there's no going back. And so in the song, I just wanted to reflect my take on that by just chronicling the story of two different rappers. One rapper is trying to prove himself, for respect, and that turns into pride, and just kind of how he becomes really, really successful. Gets all the trappings of success. He gets the Grammys, he has the cars, he's traveling on planes and things like that. And then I chronicled another rapper, and really kind of took a page from me personally. I just about how, I was changed by the message of the cross. And so I wanted to put that message into my music, and hopefully, with the result of seeing how people changed as well. And so in the first verse, I talk about this rapper, and, I look to people like, Drake and Kanye and people like that for kind of an example, or to study that out. And then for second verse, I looked at my life and kind of what I've been trying to do with my music. And in the third verse, I thought it was really cool because, I wanted to have these two rappers sit down at the end of the day with death, and kind of look back over their lives. And in the third verse, they kind of see what they couldn't see maybe in while they were living their lives. And so that's kind of where both their lives end, but only one like it's supposed to. Like they see that at the end. And so what I was trying to say was, you only get one shot at this life. You can live for yourself, or you can live for something greater. But either way you choose, there's no going back. It's just we're going forward. There's no going back. The lyric I think that really stood out to me was, or I think I had the most fun writing was, where I talk about, in the first verse, it's like, young and 16, influenced by what he's seen, want to be like rappers on the TV screen, paid close attention, so they sold him a dream, made him watch the throne, told him he could be the king. And I feel like that's kind of the message that we see a lot with mainstream rappers, is they sell us this idea, and they're like, you can be like this, you can do this. And it's really kind of deception, because they don't talk about the unfulfillment, that comes with pursuing all these vain pursuits and worldly pleasures. So that was the verse that I had the most fun writing. So that's Suicide Mission.
Young and 16, influenced by what he's seen. Wanna be like rappers on the TV screen. Paid close attention and they sold him a dream. Made him watch the throne, told him he could be a king.